Traffic update as of 9:30 p.m. PST, August 14th. After becoming a Cat 4, it's now weakening, which EWRC is dealing with mid-level shear increasing, moving probably into colder water. It's down to 105 knots, and I expect it to be weakening. It'll probably weaken to a Cat. It'll probably weaken into a Cat 2 in the next 24 hours. Then a Cat 1, not much longer afterwards. Ridging should build to the north, moving more to the west-northwest instead of northwest. I can show you its track. And the AC breaks it post-tropical by 2 p.m. Thursday. So yeah, I mean, its fuse has come and gone. I mean, for this system, but it was interesting nonetheless. For Fernanda. Next, we're gonna look at Greg. I mean, it's a shared system, but it's 40 knots. Expected to stay south of Hawaii, move mostly westward. Maybe even west southwestward. I mean, I expect it to really strengthen. I mean, pretty boring, very boring fucking system in my opinion. But all right, here it is. And I guess there's some convection, but you definitely can see the shear ripping through it. Now we got this is a system for watch 90E clear LC, but not very much convection. Pretty broad. Models love this fucking system. I mean, they're absolutely having orgasm. I mean, he needs Eagles 70-90 for this system. So I think it's pretty damn likely it forms. Um, let's look at the models we have for it. The models show west northwest and northwest, parallel with the Baja California, potentially fact in California. For fuck's sake. I mean, probably a cat, at least a cat three, maybe four, in my opinion. I mean, these have definitely went down from last night. This was showing 4 or 5s last night. This is only 2 or maybe 3. So maybe this system will shit the bed. I mean, it's possible. Um, it wouldn't be the first time. Um, let's look at the west of the Eastern Pacific. Clearly, here's 90. It's pretty broad. And being broad means it will take its sweet little time getting organized. So we expect it to really peak out loud here. So it wouldn't have to take much slower anticipation to get up in here into cooler water by the time it gets really organized. So whether this becomes a Cat 2 or a Cat 4 will depend on it. But I'd watch this for the southwest United States because it could be good moisture. I mean, down the road. Um, Last week I had 20% system in 7 days that could form into another system. Here's 48 hours on the GFS, 96 hours, 953. GFS is really flowing this system. 144 hours, boom. I'm only gonna go out to 144. I mean, let's be honest. At 144, we got our 20% system on the CMC. CMC has gone crazy, especially in the lake. I mean, it's hard to believe. I mean, I'm not going for it. I mean, the CMC has completely changed its tune. Watching a keep very low at 36 hours. C says 20% for the system southwest of the Cape Verde Islands, which is right here, and a 30% chance for this system. I think it's pretty. I think that's probably a good call right now, based on the model data I can see. I mean, there's really not a hell of a lot of consensus. Yeah, 72 got a low pressure. So yeah, I think it's just a depression could potentially form in the next 2 to 3 days after the MDR. But based on these models, they want to move it up a weakness most likely. At least the GFS, well the CMC puts it more or less under a ridge. I mean, and this environment on the ridge would be a lot more favorable, and that's why the CMC shows so much more development. While the icon also shows it, so we got multiple models. Um, ECMWF also kind of shows it a little bit. So everything else against the GFS, I mean, interesting. I'm going to go ahead and say 40% for MDR system to form. I mean, I think there's a great possibility for it. Whether it will hit up a weakness or whether more ridging will build, time will tell. But it's a 50-50 right now. CMC is definitely more active. Like I said, I'm only go out to 144, but it does show actually two systems. Actually, a third even in the Gulf of Mexico. But I'm not gonna roll the dice right now on anything forming in the Gulf of Mexico. All I'm gonna say is there's a chance, a 40% chance of development in the next 7 days in the MDR, and that's the only chance I'm gonna take. Um, well, 90E will probably become a major hurricane, but could easily bust. Um, Fernanda is on its way out. Greg, it probably won't strengthen very much. That's your tropical update.